There, I didn't realize we're back on air. We at Parliament, and as Leanne said this afternoon, the anticipated budget speech. But of course, we have other issues. The breaking story yesterday, an address by the Minister of Education Angie Motshekga, that about 7.5 million school days were lost due to absenteeism. How staggering. Apparently, it's the highest number in the SADC region. Minister, welcome to Morning Live, and thank you so much for making the time to come through to talk to us.
Morning, and good morning to our listeners.
I was listening to one of our radio stations last evening, and a caller called in and they said you are insensitive, you're not thinking about the conditions that the teachers have to work under and the unruly kids that they have to deal with, and they're always sick because of that. But that's not what you're talking about, is it? You're talking about people who just willingly take time off from the work they're supposed to be doing.
I never said willingly, I never mentioned the figures. I said we have a SACMEC report of 2007 which says 19 days a year. So the millions, I think it's a media calculation. We never gave them that figure, which says 19 days are lost. And I said amongst others could be a burden of disease, it could be bad management, it could be bad administration, it could be stress out. So I've never said they are willingly, it's your interpretation, I've never said that.
What are we supposed to be taking away from this conversation about absenteeism? What are your plans?
Is that we have to monitor much closer to understand the reasons for absenteeism and deal with them. We have to be able to get information on time so that we can relieve schools if teachers are absent for good reasons. They're absent because of ill health, and therefore we have to replace teachers. So we need that information timelessly.
But there's also a conversation that teachers already get so much time off in the beginning of the year, the holiday season. Is that incorporated into this discussion at all?
No, the teachers need the time. If you've been in the sector, you need time, for instance, after the first term to consolidate, prepare for the second term. So those breaks are not breaks that are being used by teachers to stay home. They use them to prepare for the next term. They use them for teacher training because we'd like to train them during breaks. They need a June break also to prepare for the next term. So all those breaks are structured around terms and preparation for terms.
So what were your reasons for bringing up this discussion?
What? I didn't raise that
about
discussion.
Teachers' absenteeism.
I was being asked by journalists, so I gave an answer.
Let's talk about being here today, anticipation for the budget, and there's also speculation that a bigger chunk of it, about 25%, could be going to education. Your thoughts on that?
Let's hear what the budget says. I can't give away the budget. Let's hear what it says, and then after the budget we can talk.
Gauteng has already spoken in terms of the provincial update, the state of the province, and they have said that they are going to be completely doing away with mud schools. And we know this is a matter close to the department. What is the national situation?
In Gauteng, there's never been a mud school. There was MEC. They have never seen a mud school in Gauteng. There could have been inappropriate structures. The problem in Gauteng is overcrowding. It's not mud schools, it's mainly overcrowding because of in-migration. So what they have to deal with, which we understand with the MEC, is to build more schools to deal with overcrowding the classrooms. Nationally, except for Eastern Cape and a few provinces, there's still a backlog of mud schools, especially in the former Transkei, and there is a plan which we have repeatedly took out in public, but if interested, I'll give you the full plan.
Minister, in terms of your hopes, what do you think the budget how can it help your challenges that you're facing in your department?
Now, this government has been quite generous with our sector. Over the years, they've been giving us a reasonably good budget. Sure, we can do with more, but also we are quite sensitive to the fact that the state not only deals with education, it has many other responsibilities, and we always are very appreciative of the big chunk of the budget that we receive as a sector.
Minister Angie Motshekga, we thank you so much for your time. The Minister of Education, in anticipation of the budget speech this afternoon and how much could be possibly allocated to her department.